Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Do you like to celebrate? Then today is the day. You can do it in a triple version. It's Valentine's Day. It's World Sound Healing Day. And it's Ash Wednesday. All falling on this beautiful, magical day in the middle of the month. So that's why I'm recording today on Wednesday and not as I usually do on Sunday. So welcome everyone to the Moving to Oneness podcast. I'm Meilin Ehlke, your host. And let's dive into it, and not to forget, because so much is going on, and we are sponsored by the Productivity Shot Magic Mind to keep you alert, to bring a clarity. Because when so much is going on, I think that is important. But you know that I am very keen on keeping our body fit, healthy, and energized through nutrition. So, World Sound Healing Day got started by Jonathan Goldman. And I remember, I think I listened to him and heard his sounds before the Grand Shaman. She was a Maori and of the Southern Hemisphere, when she told me that my voice would become very important to me and that I would influence many and bring healing to this earth. And at that time I was painting. Speaking, singing was not on my radar. I'd been a very silent girl, teenager, being quiet. Now, if I reflect backwards, it's logical, right? I heard the truth or saw the truth as a little child, and it was a little too much what I spoke out into the world for the adults. So they were also a little scared because of the times, right? I was born 68. If you were talking crazy things, you were put away or you got electric shock as a therapy. So I can understand that my parents were a little afraid, and maybe the adults around me that did love me. And the love for a child, I think, is very strong. I can sense that. I made this morning waffles in a heart shape for my son. I mean, he's tall now. But it is so important for me to spread my love, to show it on a regular basis. Yeah, and it is a little bit more fun if it's like on a day of Valentine's Day. I did put also a little raspberry marmalade on top to bring that red in, right? That is the responding power for love. It's also the light, an energetic light or light that is red that brings love. If you go, for example, into a meditation, and when you maybe only see color, it will be red if your purpose is here to bring love. Like mine, how often have I seen this red field, not understanding, and others saw these beautiful visions and things happening, and I see energy and the colors of energies as soon as I go into my deep state of knowingness. How do you celebrate Valentine's? Is that for you just something with your partner where you share and do some fun things? maybe gift a rose, a red one, or write a beautiful card to your partner. But I also believe maybe your parents. I did that often when I was younger on Valentine's Day. And even to my brother, I sent a card. It is, in a way, a reminder of love. So I don't even look at it as something kitschy. You can also look outside at nature and feel the love. Often when you look at trees and you squint your eyes, you can see red tones when the sun sets or early in the morning around the tree line. It's also the love they send out. And the interesting thing, right? It is a complementary color, the green to red. Let's jump in right to our little drink, the productivity shot. It is also something green. Magic Mind creates it, right? Because the owner wanted something to boost his energy. And it's green because of the organic matcha in it. But it also has vitamin C, vitamin D, and maybe in the winter you cannot go outside so much. That's a beautiful thing. But you got the organic lion's mane mushroom in there. You got organic agave. Oh, my agave here, she's growing. I've got so many babies. I'm gifting them. And today is also the fourth celebration. The neighbor upstairs, she's turning 11 today. So that is something. And I gifted her a baby of the agave, and I put a little red bow around a plant holder. It's such a powerful plant. And there's something in the air, in our way of the energy, that I see all those house plants growing. So they're celebrating, and it's not a normal growth just in spring, because there's really not spring. I did see the crocus growing outside, and yesterday, a few days ago, my first snowbells. But there's something else. There is an extreme growth at the moment. Now, I don't know all of the names of my house plants, but I would say some have created more leaves in the last 6 weeks than in the last 2 years. So the whole field, cosmic field, the energy that is coming, it doesn't matter what color. If it is a red energy, green, there's yellow, there's white, there's light that we can't see. Then there is blue, golden, this silver, white, goldish light, bright, yellowish. Yeah, the list goes on, and they all doing certain things, all here to support you in doing what you need to do important. So today, if you have the possibility to listen to sounds that nurture you, please do that. I'm so happy that Jonathan Goldman, at that time when I heard him for the first time, educated people about sound, went on so many summits, and there weren't many at that time. Long time ago, my son he was talking maybe 4 when I heard him the first time on a summit. Everyone was still calling into with telephone, teleconferencing, and his dedication to also delving in, observing what happens, what switches in the brain, how neutrons are connected, or the endings of our nerves are being repaired. He does a lot with humming nowadays, and he has created a site where you can find a lot of events around the globe. And he's worked with all sound healers around the world. He has his own podcast. I have to look it up and put it into the notes for you. But in a way, he also gave me then permission more to be me. Right? It is so important in life that we have people that share and test the waters. And I'm so thankful today for him and others that they walked before me, that they brought out their idea, their creations. Maybe they received even ridicule, but they went on anyway. So what passion do you have, or the knowingness, what you need to bring to the world with clarity. There is a determination. It's like we're at the moment, the energies, the time. Ooh, it's like pulling the arrow back with your bow, right? So that it can fly where it needs to fly. And I had to laugh just a second ago because isn't the Cupid armor also has a little arrow, right? And a bow. What it is for, it is the shortest way, straight line to where you need to go. So bring that out and listen to the birds. They're starting to chirp outside, maybe the sound of the wind, music instruments you have maybe at home, play them a little bit more. Go and get a sound bath. Sometimes they have these bowls and they ring those bowls and they can put them on your body. The channels, the light beings that sing, right? Like someone as me who chants them out. All those chants, the mantras that are sung by the Indian cultures, right? So many cultures have their own songs built on sacred sounds, languages, right? Like Hawaiian still has a sacred sound language. And there are a few more we have to go on the list. I should make a list. That would be a really interesting research and share that with you. And if you speak one, please let me know because it is important. It helps all of us finding our own dialects again in many countries. We have mainstreamed our languages and lost our dialects. And they are important because the dialects, the sounds are of the landscape are in the sounds of a dialect of the region, right? If I just look at the region here, I'm in Bavaria now in Germany, you have a different regions. You can know right away from where people come by the tones, the sing sang, the different words they use, vocabulary, yeah, body language, and it does something with me. It also does something with you, right? Hearing those different sounds. Because sounds, what I love about, in a way, also my work, what I've observed, people have no chance to push it away if they're open to receive it, right? Because then the cells, the photons, the neuron, they go into their own rhythm. There is a transformation happening and it keeps on going until the particles find their rhythm they love, that is right for them. There's an expansion happening. There's not the vocabulary talking about vocabulary that maybe a trauma is related to or experiences, right? So most sacred songs are new, so it's more of a surprise effect. Brings so much change, comfort, harmony, balance, relaxation. Even if you listen to the sound of your own breath, do pull in a few deep breaths of air. I got confused. Yeah. And maybe open the mouth a little bit. And inhale through your nose or your mouth and maybe switch it up. And you can even see how your heart goes into a different rhythm. Your pulse goes down and you feel so much lighter and more energized. Sing a little bit yourself on this beautiful day of World Say. Oh, it's not the sacred song, but I love to say it. Then called World Sound Healing Day. And bring out that awareness in yourself and maybe share it also with others. That is an ancient way of us to communicate. Right? Sounds we can remember, we hum them, we sing them, we dance them, we use to hit the beat on a drum or we use an instrument. It brings so much joy. So how can you make sounds today for yourself or your loved one? And we were talking about Ash Wednesday. I think some of the Mardi Gras, my husband is not here, he was somewhere on an island, right, closer to Brazil. So today they have the Mardi Gras with the samba music, the dancing, the bright colors. For us here in Germany, it ends today. People eat a little less. It's a bit of fasting starts for the next weeks until Easter, I think 40 days. And yesterday, it's wild. It started on 11/11th, right? Is when they start carnival. The young children, they practice their dancing, their acrobatics, the skill to speak on speeches and make jokes, but also critical jokes, right? A little bit of a satire, sometimes a little, you look at the politicians and see what is right. So you bring out the idea of change that needs to happen. People voice their opinions in a gathering of joy, right? Isn't that fun? And you can bring it out with a little twist what you think or what you think should be improved. And so Fasnacht as something to send out the cold, evil nights of winter and to bring in fertility, right? So these parties, these celebrations over winter, escalating with the big, oh, we have it in New York. A parade, that's the word. To think about the Macy's parade. But the parades that are the day before, the Faschingsdienstag, before Ash Wednesday, and where there's joy, laughter, and you mix. And in old times, people came together from far away to celebrate, also to meet a new partner. So again, you see, today is really a bringing together of so much. I love that. I really, really, really love that. So, where do you have fun and make parties and maybe dress up a little bit or bring a bright colors, right? If you look at costumes, often they're bright colors. Also, it spurts the creativity. People sew their own costumes, and I did yesterday. The weather was not so warm, cold in a way, and rainy. And I really set intention that the sun would shine for the village where I live. So the children and the adults that sometimes don't wear a lot on their body are not as cold because you have to wait around until the parade starts moving, right? Or if you're an observer, you have to wait until the parade comes by you. But it also creates so much joy and hope and laughter and coming together. So too much, I think we have been so separated, alone. And I love that to be in this era. Some people maybe say it's still crazy, but it's not. It's really old, ancient intentions behind it. For us to be together, we human beings, I believe, maybe you think different about it, we need to be together. We're not made to be alone. We do know we are always connected to all, but not separated so much. So we can help each other move forward, raise each other up, pull each other up. Make sure the other person is seen, and maybe you love to be seen and heard as you are, right? And that's the biggest gift of love, being present and enjoying with someone else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how many people are around you, each other's company. And think about it. You're here now for a reason on this earth, and now suddenly you're together with certain people on this day. Magic. That is pure magic. That's beauty. That is highlight of life. So now as it gets warmer, I hope more and more of you also have maybe some celebrations or invite others to go in a walk into nature. And okay, on the other side of the world, it's fall, but you see the beautiful colors now of the leaves changing. And if you're more at the equator, you're lucky you have the warm nights. Beautiful for people to come together. I have to think about Bali at this moment. They celebrated so much. They celebrated being together, but then they went off to make their offerings. They went inside, but they came back then later, but nourished. So they were able to nourish themselves and to nourish community. And this is where it's going, right? We're practicing now more and more to be in community, to enrich our own life, to enrich others' life, and nature. And that, I don't know if you can call it respect for each other, but we begin to treat each other different if we feel joyful, if we are in harmony within us. And this unity makes us feel compact, strong, settled, that kind of strong, right? But it also is encouragement again. Love to encourage you to celebrate. So maybe watch your nutrition if you follow Ash Wednesday's start of a fasting a little bit, yeah, eating less for the next 40 days. We're learning more and more how it is rejuvenating us. If you need a boost in creativity, go back to Magic Mind and boost when you're a little tired. Dance, or like the little children, right? Funke Mariechen. It's like a ballet, but especially just for Fasnacht. Or dance the Samba of Mardi Gras. Or really quick, the story. I lived in Switzerland for 9 years. And they have a tradition. I lived high up in the Alps. There's a Rätoromanisch. That's a area only 40,000 people speak Rätoromanisch. It's one of the 4 official languages in Switzerland. It's the eastern part. And they also wear these masks that look a little scary, to scare in a way the winter. And they use bladders, cow, pig bladders, and they fill them with urine. They try then to follow, and even on the skis, and hit them, women, or more the younger teenager, right? The older teenager, the ones that become fertile, that didn't have, so that they get healthy children. It's an interesting one. And it is a little stinky when those pop. And I think sometimes boys, they love that they pop. But you need this crispiness, the little nudging of to be your best, and this spurt of strength that is arising from the young men. No, the young men do that. Boys also, though teenagers, they have these rhythms, and there are a lot of girls that were able to outrun on skis, or in any way these boys. So you also have to be fit and healthy to do that, and to be healthy to be pregnant. Also be healthy for your sperm, right? So everyone, don't sit too much. Move around. It makes you younger. It makes everyone more relatable to your surroundings if you see it. And then nature has a chance to nourish you as you go and walk outside through nature. So I wish you a wonderful day on this triple, quadruple, and there may be many other things that I don't know and I don't have in my head at the moment. But do let me know if there's something special about today, Wednesday, the 14th of February 2024. I want to encapsulate, summarize, bring all those parts we spoke and interwove, right? Because nothing exists by itself. It is the contradiction or the complementary colors, as we're speaking, the red and green, to bring it all together and to enliven that and to raise out those sounds for you. Nanu, nanu. So celebrate, have fun, bring life to its brightness, those colors. Embrace someone else. Tell them how you love them. Tell the flowers how you love them. Give a kiss to anyone you can, even if you kiss the next tree or your cat. I embrace you and send you a kiss of love, of light, of health, kiss of sound. Now that is a beautiful sound, isn't it? Oh, thanks for listening. Enjoy your special day, February 14th, Ash Wednesday, Valentine's Day, the birthday of a beautiful young girl. Oh, who picked the really high vibrating crystal out of my crystals. That's the new generation. And thank you to Jonathan Goldman for this beautiful idea of creating a world sound healing day. And also to Magic Mind for supporting this episode and bringing out these sounds of today to you so you can be more of who you are. With love, I'm Meilin Ehlke, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast. Bye bye.